I want to begin by saying 3 years and 6 months ago to the day, Teresa Parker went missing from her home on Cordell Road, just out east of Lafayette. And that 3 years and 6 months, many of us have wondered numerous times where she may be, where she was at. And throughout those 3.5 years, I think many people, it was a daily reminder that she was no longer around with us. Monday afternoon, late afternoon this past Monday in Chattooga County, Georgia, down south of Somerville, skeletal remains were found along the banks of the Chattooga River, off of the Holland-Chattooga Road on Fullerton Road. Sheriff Everett will be talking about that more in just a moment. Today, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation was able to positively identify those remains as those of Teresa Parker, who went missing 3 years and 6 months ago. We were able to do this through forensic review of the remains, including examining and comparing dental records. I would like to say that the family of Teresa Parker have been notified of the discovery. Earlier this afternoon, myself, along with other officials, met with Teresa's mother and also her sister, and the other sister that lives out of state was also notified by telephone. And never let up. We never let up looking for her. As a matter of fact, we were looking for her yesterday in a different location. We never gave up hope. We always held out hope that, yes, she might be somewhere, but we always continued to look for her. And today, sadly enough, we have to announce that those skeletal remains are those of Teresa Parker.
Like Sheriff Wilson said, on Monday, September 20th, around 1:19 p.m., we were called by a farmer in this location. He felt like he found a possible jawbone. When we responded, we secured the scene. We assembled a search team. Around 5:49 p.m. that evening, somewhere around there, we found other skeletal remains. It began to get dark. We secured the scene. We called the GBI in. They assisted us the next morning. Yesterday morning, we found more skeletal remains. And we turned all the evidence over to the GBI. And today we had a positive identification that the remains were those of Ms. Parker.
The sheriff's right. This day has been a long time coming, and we're really happy that we're able to give the family some answers, because they still, I think even now, even when they were told today, I think they still had held out hope that she might come back. So I just want everybody to know how hard that this team of law enforcement officers, this combined task force of the GBI, the FBI, the Walker County Sheriff's Office, and investigators and staff from my office. I've got Scott Weaver, one of my investigators, and Natalie Staff, one of my assistant DAs with me. I just want all of you to know how hard they worked and the hours they put in. I've never worked on a task force like this that did this kind of job. As you know, part of his defense at trial was that Teresa Parker was not dead. She had gone to Mexico, or she had ran away. Well, I think we proved that wasn't true at trial because the jury obviously convicted. What that says about Sam Parker, I think you can draw your own conclusion. She didn't run away. She didn't run away from her family. She would never have left her mother and her sisters and her nieces and her nephews in limbo. And I argued that during my closing argument. I mean, she would never have put her family through that kind of turmoil and suffering because she was very close to her family. So I think I don't have to say what it says about Sam Parker. It speaks for itself.
I would say that justice has prevailed, that the Almighty has looked down and for whatever reason, prayers have been answered that she's been found. And, it's hard to beat hard to beat justice and divine intervention.